Bruh, it's NBA free agency time and you slipping. You ain't up to date. You don't have the exclusive news on who's signing when, where, how, and what time they signed. If you want all that, I need you to do me a favor right now. Subscribe to my sports platform. It is entitled Ferro Reacts. That's that YouTube channel for that bad boy. If you want more NBA free agency updates and more, hit me on Ferro Reacts on YouTube and you'll get it first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. The first big domino to fall in free agency. Paul George has agreed to a 4-year, $137 million extension to stay in Oklahoma City. We have been telling you on my platform and of course 1,000 other platforms for the last few days that Russell Westbrook had been in PG's ear. We have been telling you that the Oklahoma City Thunder have been pretty much for the entire year using the year that they had with Russell Westbrook and PG and Melo and company there to recruit these guys to want to build long term, specifically PG because his contract was up after this year. Now, I'll say this about Paul George. Part of the reason why this worked with Paul George because he's a very good person. He's a loyal individual. He likes being loyal to people that are loyal to him. He looks up. He's like, yo, maybe I want to go to LA, maybe I don't. I was told everyone around Paul George wanted him to be a Los Angeles Laker. His family wanted him in LA. Everybody around him wanted to be in LA to join the Lakers. He had wanted to be a Laker his entire life. But it was something about that Oklahoma City Thunder pitch over the last year and something about not getting the job done last year left a bad taste in his mouth. And you got to respect the fact that PG, instead of like every other free agent does, they get with somebody and they leave, right? He wants to stay. And now I think his situation is totally different than LeBron's. He has a top 10 talent. Now you could argue that Russ isn't good. You can argue that he's selfish, whatever. Say what you want, he's a top 10 talent. And the fact that PG wants to stick it out in Oklahoma City, I think it speaks volumes about the character he is, about the man that he is. Now, I wouldn't have done it, but it's not my decision. I disagree with it wholeheartedly. I would have took my behind to LA to possibly play with LeBron James. I don't know if LeBron and PG even had a phone call. It seems like they didn't. I just find it hard to believe that PG is staying in Oklahoma City. Here's my theory behind it. If you didn't make it to out of the first round last year, and you played probably one of the easier teams in the NBA in the playoffs, right? Last year, the Utah Jazz, they're young. Donovan Mitchell pretty much out there by himself, and y'all couldn't get past them. Y'all didn't lose in the conference finals to Golden State last year. Y'all couldn't get out of the first round. At times, y'all got destroyed in that series. In my mind, it's not going to work out because in my mind, Russell Westbrook will never learn how to change. And now that he's got you locked in for a couple years, Paul George, he's definitely not going to change. The deal, again, is a 4-year, $137 million deal. It's an opt-out on the 3rd year. And look, call me crazy, but PG, instead of just signing a 1- or 2-year deal, he went and signed long-term, 4 years. After 4 years, Russ's contract will even be up. Again, here's my theory. I think the Thunder are going to go after it one more time with the team they got. Melo is in the last year of his deal. They might even buy Melo out. It depends on what Russ and PG wants. If they buy Melo out, they'll save a little cap room. Again, they wouldn't have any money to go after anybody else, but depending on where Melo's headspace is, they might even buy Melo out. Even if they play it out, they'll figure out a way to find some more money and go after somebody else next summer. Listen, Paul George wants to finish something he started in Oklahoma City. I don't agree with it, but I know he's a loyal dude, and he's looking up like, yo, these people wanted me when teams were afraid to take a chance on me. And I think this is worth noting. For all these teams interested in Kawhi Leonard, look at how this situation played out. I know Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are two totally different people. Paul George is much more on the emotional side. I don't mean that in a bad way, but he's a passionate person, right? And he's a loyal dude. This team, Oklahoma City, pretty much traded most of their assets away. They traded Victor Oladipo and Sabonis to Indiana for Paul George on a rental. They had him for 1 year. So if you're a team out there with the assets to go get a Kawhi Leonard, maybe you take that chance because it worked out for the Oklahoma City Thunder as they now have their guy long term. As I stated in a video previously, I don't know if you watched it yet. Please watch my video on where the Thunder are at with the cap room that they have or don't have. They are now $160 million over the luxury tax. They've already signed Jeremy Grant, and we expect them to use their mid-level exception to go get somebody else out there in the free agent market for about $5 to $6 million. They'll be $160 million over the cap. Their salary cap is $160 million, and they win $160 million more in luxury tax. So they've committed a lot to keep PG around, and PG's committed a lot to give this team the prime years of his career. It's official. Breaking news to my platform. Paul George has agreed to sign a 4-year, $137 million max extension with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Comments in the comment section below on this breaking news. Huge domino that falls at midnight in NBA free agency. By the way, Paul George is currently at a party with Russell Westbrook in Oklahoma City, and he's enjoying the decision that he just made. Congrats, Paul George. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.